Okay, I'm now convening the meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals, October 10th, 2024. Chair statement. Location at the City Hall, downtown Greenfield. Chair statement. This meeting is being recorded. If any other persons present are doing the same, you must notify me, the chairperson, at this time. Are you recording anything? Anybody online recording? No. Thank you. In accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20G, no person shall address a meeting of a public body without permission of the chair, and all persons shall, at the request of the chair, be silent. No person shall disrupt the proceedings of a meeting of a public body. If after clear warning from the chair, a person continues to disrupt the proceedings, the chair may order the person to withdraw from the meeting, and if the person does not withdraw, the chair may authorize a constable or other officer to remove the person from the meeting. Okay, first public hearing. Mr. Clerk, please read the application.
Application of Alex Geyer for property located 9 Pine Street, assessors.
Point of order, the mic's off.
Could have sworn I hit unmute.
Can you hear now? So the chair's presentation was muted?
Yes.
No. For us, I just missed hearing the end there. Like I heard all the presentation. I just didn't hear once you started the application.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Clerk, can you please read the application once again?
Application of Alex Geyer, hopefully I'm pronouncing it properly, for the property located 9 Pine Street, assessors map 89 lot 2, which is located in the urban residential RA zoning district for a special permit pursuant to sections 200-6.1C, 200-8.3, and 200-8.4 of the zoning ordinance in order to allow a 20% reduction of the required front yard setback for expansion of an existing porch at this location.
Thank you. Sitting on the panel are Eric Ring, Mark Maloney,
Debbie Jokes.
Peter Wozniak.
David Singer. Okay, Clinton, who are the applicants? I see Alec. Alec, are you online?
Yes.
Are you going to make the presentation online?
I don't. What
Are you making the presentation?
Yes. Yeah. I'll talk online, but
Okay.
the presentation.
All right. Could you introduce yourself, please? And
Yes.
what are you doing? Where are you doing it? Why are you doing it?
Yeah. All right. My name is Alec Geyer. I'm the project manager for Keith Geyer Building Remodeling. We're here today to get the special permit so we can extend the porch that's currently there. Right now they have a 4x5 porch that's right off the front door. We are looking to expand it to make it a 6'10" by 24 foot. But in order to do this, we require the setbacks to be changed because that would leave us with 20 feet and 2 inches before the property line.
Okay, so what you're proposing is a special permit for the setback, and the setback is within the 20%?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions? Is that it for your presentation?
Yes. I mean, that is what I have for this.
Okay, any questions from members of the board?
And you submitted additional information. Is that just for our information or do you need to comment on that at all?
Nope, that was just for your information.
And the setback goes from the edge of the rail going down or from the edge of the wall up?
The edge of the wall up.
Okay, so the stairs would be within the distance between, and that's that 20-foot setback.
Yeah, right now that's what we have. Yes, we have the stairs to sit within the setback as well.
The stairs would be in the 20-foot 2-inch setback that's the new setback, correct?
Yes.
And they're not shown on this sketch, correct?
Right. Yeah, it's just the box of the outline.
All right, so we're going to use this in our decision. So if the permit is granted, it'll be granted according to the sketch. So is there anything about this sketch that has changed? Is there anything about this sketch that you'd like to explain?
No, this is still the current plan. the only thing that might need to be changed in order for this is how close the side setback is going to be to it right now. We're gonna be at 9'4". And the side setbacks are for 10 feet. So we're gonna have to be bumping that back one more foot to hit that setback for the side yard as well. For the left side of the house.
Are you saying that you're going to shrink the porch?
Yeah, it's just gonna go about 8 more inches inward to the right.
And why, what?
In order,
they-
because there's just because there's a 10-foot setback for the side yard.
So why didn't you apply for a special permit for that as well?
We were told we could only do 20% reduction. So that's why we're here for just that. When under my
I
information,
don't have
I was told
the,
that
did
we're
you,
only
anybody
allowed
have the, you have the zoning bylaw?
I have. I don't know where it is in here, but I have
There is a section for setback. It's, I mean, for this type of special permit. So you can live with the 10 feet, correct?
Yes, yeah,
Alec?
yes.
So if you have to go to 10
Because
feet to,
it'll still be expanded from the current deck size. It'll just won't be
oh, it'll go on the other side?
right.
So the
Well,
deck will be
inward.
24 feet long, but it'll start a little more, it'll start at 10 feet from the left boundary and move a little further on the right.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So the size isn't changing.
Well, the reason I say that is only because technically on the ground, if we're confirming what structure is allowed to be in the 20% change. If
Okay.
you're moving everything over by 8 inches, then you haven't really shown where on the ground that porch is. Is that fair to say?
It's just for the side, right, for the side perimeters, correct.
So again, just to be clear, if I'm reading this right, you have a 24-foot wide, 24-foot wide porch. The
Yes.
24 feet will remain the same. You're just moving that 24 feet over 8 inches.
No, I'm sorry, I misunderstood what we're just gonna be taking off 8 inches from the 24 feet.
So it'll be 23 feet, whatever.
Yes, 23 feet and 4 inches. Yes. I apologize. This is, first time.
Okay, so,
Technical question, Mr. Chair.
yes, sir.
We're asking for a 20% reduction that provides 20 feet. If this is in that 20 feet, is that allowed within that setback?
If the stairs are in the
Stairs,
20
that is
feet?
I mean, I'm probably picky about it, but that now is sitting in the distance within that 20 feet. I mean, is the building inspector going to be comfortable with that? I mean, I understand that going to 20 feet, but this is now within that 20-foot distance to the edge of the property line.
So I guess the question is, are the stairs a structure? And I would think they're
Yeah,
part of
part of it.
the structure, right?
Yeah.
I I have to see the provision. We can't find it. I'm sorry. Should have brought.
Yeah. Okay.
May I address the board?
Yes, sir. And wait, before you address, please come forward. Your name is,
My name is Matthew Vandenhengel.
and where do you live?
I live at 9 Pine Street.
Okay, thank you.
So I mentioned all the houses on Pine Street. And every house, with the exception of Jean Vinas and us, possibly Abby, is underneath that 25-foot requirement. And several houses have porches, and some of them are like 4 or 5 feet from the property. So
Yeah, there is currently a deck that is sitting on like right across from Vernon, across the Vernon Street, that is on the same corners of Pine and Vernon, that has a deck that's within 15 feet of the property line right there.
so
All right, so I think what you'd want to know is we're looking for the right set of ordinances to be able to do this according to the ordinance.
right.
Okay.
So you came in on the 20%. We found that the threshold, that one particular concept of you looking for 20% may not work because the stairs are within that area. That doesn't mean there aren't other parts of the ordinance that could help us, like I think there is another part of the ordinance that talks about finding other properties that are, and then taking that as, yeah, and do you know actually the first part of the section?
I meant to bring it with me and I didn't bring it. I couldn't find it when we were leaving.
So that's going to happen during deliberation that we'll start doing that research because we do have a hearing at.
I know you're running out of time.
Well, no, I mean, we'll do this, but, so,
Mark's got it.
Well, David, I'm just wondering, like under, so Article 5 dimensional regulations, there's this front yard exception and there's this piece about corner lots. You want to take a look and see if anything there feels applicable?
Page 61, Tim.
Thank you.
are any of these shorter distances right next to you? Is there a building next to you that has a shorter distance?
Every adjacent property.
Yes,
Is shorter.
sorry.
So right next to you is a property that has a porch that has a shorter distance.
And
Yes,
they're at 19 feet right now,
They're at 19 feet?
or 19.7.
Yeah, well, you just made a foot.
Yeah,
Anyway, I don't want to darn it. Yeah, see the applicant, oh, wait a minute. Okay, 8.3 and 8.4. What's 8.4? This was like just so straightforward.
I think my page is slightly different than yours, but mine's 8.4 is on 125.
I think I was,
But that's just, and talk about site plan review and all that.
We have to find the section that talks about, maybe you were right. 5.1. All right. Additional dimensional provision, the public's not an alignment in a front yard exception, where the alignment of existing structures on adjoining lots differs from the above required front yard depth. The required minimum front yard may be equal to the adjoining front yards. So that's a fact. Reduced lot dimensions. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you're saying that lots reduced under this section shall not be further reduced or subdivided.
Right,
That's, yeah. I don't know. Doesn't say what if that happens at the same time.
true. Right, because it's technically at the same time. Yeah, right. Just when I had spoke to Eric about it, that that's what he had said.
Okay. I'm actually thinking that you've come in on a 20%, the stairs are in the 20%. Even if you were going to do what we suggested that you do in terms of taking other properties, you're going to have to do, let's see, what does it say? A list or a plan showing the lot owner, lot location, lot dimensions, and lot area of all lots within 300 feet shall be submitted with the building permit application. All right, so that's with the building permit application. So what I'm trying to say is if you could show us other if you could name other properties in the neighborhood within 300 feet that have these shorter porches and just draw a map like you did for this. And then we would go out and look at them ourselves to see that the veracity of it. Of course, we believe you, but that's our job. And
Right.
then we could come back next time and maybe we could we could do everything at the same time.
Okay. I can do that. So
So you know what I'm saying? So we'll do both
Right.
three-dimensional changes at one time, and we're gonna have to figure out a way. You're gonna have to find a way of determining what you're going to convince us is the shortest distance from the sidewalk to the porch. And then put the stairs within that reduction, not outside of the reduction.
Not outside of it. Okay.
So the
Okay.
stairs count as a structure. Maybe you didn't know that, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, because
we
I've
want to
heard
give
it
you
both
another
ways.
chance. We want to give you another, instead of denying this permit, we want to give you another chance to make application and get everything you want
perfect. Yeah, I mean,
within the
appreciate it, for sure.
within the proper section. So
Yeah,
it looks like it's section 5.3 is the additional dimensional provisions. You've
Yeah.
got,
Yeah.
right, front yard exception and reduced lot dimensions.
yes.
In your presentation, I think you're gonna want to line your new stairs up with the concrete stairs that are there.
Okay.
I mean,
what you
I'm just
mean.
guessing, is that what you would propose to do? So you wouldn't have to do anything with the existing steps that go down to the sidewalk?
Oh, no, I'd still want to address the steps that are there now. If anything, I would put the stairs all the way to the reduction and have like the deck just built off more to the side. Like so that way the stairs just are stairs and the deck's still built out to the same reduction as the
Yeah.
rest. So the stairs and the deck would end at the same point.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at, there's a set
Oh.
of concrete stairs.
Yes.
Are the stairs you're proposing, are they gonna line up with those?
They're going to be about a foot forward from them.
When
I
you're,
didn't notice that. Is that attached to the current porch?
no,
Are there stairs on a walkway that you go down?
The stairs that go up, there's a walkway
I
to
see.
the
Okay.
existing
Gotcha,
entrance,
gotcha.
so. I mean, I would assume that when he builds that, he's gonna kind of want to try to line up with that.
Oh, with that, yes. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you meant like the stone steps because there's stone steps that go up to the walkway to the house, and then there's stone steps that go onto their current porch. So yes, we're gonna try to line up. We're gonna try to line up our steps with the pathway to the sidewalk.
If you could kind of put that as part of your presentation, that kind of helps us say that with the reduction in dimensional requirements, it makes sense to do that. And to
Okay.
take advantage of that existing structure that you're gonna have to line up with.
So
Yes, okay.
we would need a new drawing. I think that again, it could be the same type of drawing, but put in the concrete steps that Peter's talking about with a path up to the porch
Yes, sir.
so that we see that. And then the new steps coming down from the new porch and measure from the bottom step or the last piece of the structure to the boundary of the sidewalk, if that's how you did it. And that's the relief you're looking for, is a difference between that and 25 feet,
Okay.
right?
Is it-
25 feet ordinarily. Although I don't even. Is this existing porch 25 feet from the?
No, sir. It's not.
How far is it?
It's an existing nonconformity. It is 22 feet.
That's at the steps.
From the steps, I don't have that measurement directly on me from the steps. But that's from that's from the deck itself.
Right, say the distance again.
It is 22 feet from the current property line.
Well, but even if you're looking for 20%, if it's grandfathered, you're getting less, it's a smaller number, right? Because it's 20% of a small, you'd rather have the 25 feet for the number than the 22 feet. So, okay, I get it. I'm gonna, if the board can agree with me, and I think based on, I think the application won't work tonight. So instead of voting on it or dealing with it, we're allowed to let it, we have 90 days to make a decision. So I think you should modify or withdraw your app and submit a new app or whatever. I mean, I don't know how far you have to go with it in terms of republication, and I don't know that. But it seems to me that you have to present, we're going to need you to present this within the context of the stairs now being part of the structure. And
Okay.
how you're going to approach us to get that relief. It seems like the 20% might not work, so you may have to do the other porches in the neighborhood.
Okay. Yep. That sounds good. Yeah, this is.
And
we
the
chose
side
this
yard,
route
I would
first.
include the side yard so we can do it at the same time.
Okay, yeah, I went this route first because, like I said, I spoke with Eric over there at the planning, I guess the department he's in. And he said that the best route would have been the production. So thank you for the information from here. So I know what to do going forward.
Well, I mean, you might as well try. It's our interpretation of it, but you might as well try.
Right. No, we're going to take.
Clearly, if you do it one after, you cannot do one after the other. That's plain.
Right.
So.
Right. So yeah,
That is-
so that's what we will pursue then. We'll
Great.
pursue that you guys.
All right. Sorry for any inconvenience, but we really should do
I
this the
apologize
proper
as
way.
well. And thank you, Matt and Kate, for coming, but I apologize for you guys as well for coming.
Don't apologize. It's a good learning lesson.
Yeah.
No harm, as long as you guys are cool with it, no harm done to us.
Yeah.
We're here and we're happy to help.
All right, yeah, so, yeah. If I get this within the next 30 days, is it going to be able to be back on the slot for next month?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I'm not in charge of that stuff. I would suggest, Derek's not gonna be in tomorrow, but I would suggest on Monday,
Monday's a holiday.
Monday is a
on
holiday.
Tuesday,
Okay,
you get a hold of him and say, what do I need to do to get this on for the next meeting?
okay.
And then it's up to him. He's
Perfect.
he's in charge of that, okay?
Yeah, okay, so
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
Good seeing everybody. Thank you,
Thank you.
meeting y'all.
Take care. Thank you.
So we'll hold on the correspondence for next meeting.
Yes.
One quick question.
Sure.
Since we are the corner lot, could our other neighbor be on Vernon, or would it be our neighbor across the street?
You know what? That's an excellent question. If you read 5.3, there's three sections or from the second paragraph on the top down, if you read that, and the corner lots is one of the discussions.
Right, right.
I would say, I haven't looked at it. Advocate however you can want to, advocate for yourself. If you think that it says corner lot, go around the corner and we'll deal with it, I mean, I don't know how, we don't get these often, but where we have it, but usually the 20% rule works.
Right,
But it sounds like you need to go to the other rule.
yeah. I felt like since so many of the people on Pine Street were well under that number, that was the way to go.
But, oh, I see. And you were told otherwise?
Well, the 20% is what we ended up doing because that was whatever
I see.
I said to do.
No, I think you're absolutely right that the other, comparing it to others is the best way to do it.
Right.
And that way we can hang our hat on it, and go with it. We
Well,
can't,
actually, I showed all that to people in our office. I had all the documents and measured everything, and they said no. So,
I don't know, I wasn't there, I don't
I
know
know,
what to
I
say, but I'm telling you, unless other board members I'm talking this way, and if you disagree with me, but I think that's the way I'm suggesting is the way that you should go, right?
And one of the things I did look at while I was there was I looked at what pre-existing structures were already there and on the street. Yeah, and that's just something I would take into account when reviewing this.
And I noticed how many non-conforming lots are along that same stretch of street.
And feel free to give us as many details as you can,
okay, great.
just to prove the point.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to identify the properties
Right.
in your application that we would compare it to.
And
So
how-
that you have that homework to do, but you could do it on a piece of paper, just
Yeah.
like you did here.
Yeah,
And it's how close they are, any information.
Yeah, we
you
need
provide us.
distances and things like
Yeah,
that.
anything you can do to help that. us
Addresses, are
Understand.
okay, or do we need names or?
No, I think address.
Addresses are fine,
Yeah.
but we do need to see the distances
Right.
on a piece of paper to
Yeah.
say this is,
Yeah.
so we can see for ourselves.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, have a good night.
Thank you. So much for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Teresa.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you for waiting.
You sit down.
I've got a
You have
couple of
you have
people
good
with me. Yeah, I have a
You can
couple.
sit there if you wish.
Okay, and I have someone on Zoom, Leslie. Just in
She's
case.
been patiently waiting.
Yes.
Leslie.
Is there anything we need to do procedurally, Mr. Chair, to end that meeting? Just,
Okay,
you know.
yeah,
So we vote on continuing.
let's make a motion to continue.
Okay, I make a motion that we continue the application 9 Pine Street, so they have an opportunity to review the questions we've asked and represent.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Good work. Okay, Mr. Clerk, please read the second application for us.
It's an application of Teresa Patnode for property located at 23B Revere Circle, Assessor's Map R33, Lot 58, which is located in the rural residential RC zoning district for a special permit pursuant to sections 200-4.2, C13, 200-8.3, and 200-8.4 of the zoning ordinance in order to allow the keeping of 5 dogs as pets at this location.
Sitting on the panel are
Eric Green.
Mark Maloney?
Debbie Jokes.
Peter Wozniak.
David Singer. Okay, Teresa, hi.
No.
For the record, identify yourself, your the address
Yeah.
that you live at, please, and why you're here. What you're here
Yeah,
for.
so Teresa Patno, 23 Beaver Deer Circle in Greenfield, and I'm here so that I may have a, I guess, a kennel license to keep my 5 pet dogs.
So you were told that you need a kennel license?
That's how it was referred to. Yes, that, yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
believe so.
So let me ask for something to distinguish that from just having your pets. Are you really only asking to have more than 3 dogs?
Yes.
You're not going to open up a kennel or run a kennel or breed animals? or do
No,
any
they're
of
all
that?
spayed and neutered. They're all older than 10. They're all small dogs. You know, they like to sleep on grandpa's lap all day, basically. So.
Okay, we learned there's a little bit of an anomaly in the zoning ordinance. It says that the rule about needing a special permit for more than 3 dogs is under the definition of kennel.
Right, yeah.
And we had another application of this type at the last meeting, and we have we've decided as a board that if we're going to distinguish between a kennel and asking for more dogs than 3.
Okay,
So if you're going to represent to us that that's all you're asking for, then
Yes.
that's how we're going. So we're not going to give you.
I don't want a
We're not going to
Yeah.
give you a kennel
No
permission.
kennel.
It's only going
Yeah.
to be a pet permission.
okay,
Okay,
perfect.
all right. Any questions from anybody on the board?
So the dogs currently reside in the home as their
Yeah, we
main.
moved in on September 9th. Yep.
Are there any plans or any thought that you would house the dogs outside, like
No.
during the summers or?
Absolutely not. No. No, they're babies.
Or they're not? Aren't they like 8 or 10 years old?
Yeah, but they're my
They're your
babies.
I just want to distinguish between puppies and, Mark?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is this something that you would want to have permission for in perpetuity? The last time that we did this, one of the conditions was about allowing them to have the number of dogs that they currently had. But that if one passed on and there was the desire to then get a new puppy to replace that would still require.
No, I have no desire to replace.
So you would be amenable to a permit that's kind of allowing you to have these
Yes.
5 dogs.
Right, yes.
And that is one of the
And then-
dogs passed on, then you would have the 4, but you wouldn't have permission to have the 5th dog without
Yeah, I'm
coming
not gonna
back.
get a new dog. if
Okay.
One passes
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Helpful, thank you. That's my only question, David.
Thank you. Hey, Eric, anybody? Anybody? Okay, so last month we put conditions on this type of situation. I want to read them to you so you're not surprised as
Okay.
we discuss them.
Mhm.
One would be that only these 5 dogs would be allowed under this permit.
Mhm.
If a dog dies, then that number goes down based on the death down to 3. So if you'd want another dog, if you wanted to increase the number you would have to come back again.
Mhm.
We did not allow the permit to run with the land. It was only running with you and your dog specific.
Okay,
That the structure where the dogs will be housed is the house.
correct.
And you on your own you will agree to maintain all the licenses that are required for the dogs individually, not the kennel license. but
Right, the
dog
regular,
license.
yeah, I've already
Okay.
done that. Yeah.
Do you have any problem with any of those conditions?
No,
Do you have anything else that you want to add to it? I think we've all seen it. It looks like a perfect place for that to
Okay.
be the case.
yeah, yeah, no, nothing to add unless you feel like I have my supporters here who can make it. Leslie's the director of the dog shelter, so she's largely responsible for adding those 5 dogs. So she was here to speak.
All right, well, we'll open
And
it.
Amy's our neighbor as well, and she's lives in the same house basically, and so she's here to say, you know, there's no problem with the dogs, if that's helpful.
All right,
Yeah, we'll do public comments.
let's do public comment. So Leslie, it's your turn to speak. But
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, number 1. Please identify yourself, your address, name and address, please.
You're muted, Leslie.
There we go.
There
My
you go.
name is Leslie Colucci. I don't know why my face is not there right now. Hold on. Can you guys hear
One
me?
for the other.
There we
You can
go.
hear you. There we go.
I'm Leslie Clucci. I work for the Sheriff's Office Regional Dog Shelter. And Terry has been a volunteer for us for about 10 years. Great pet owner. She will do what she says she's going to do. And yes, most of those dogs she has are from our shelter. We call them foster failures. But I would give any dog to her, quite frankly, but if she says she only wants that amount and will reduce the numbers, then that's exactly what she'll do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Questions, I'll take.
Thank you.
You're
Any
welcome.
questions of Leslie?
No.
Is there anybody else that you see up there besides Leslie?
Nope,
All right,
just Leslie.
you folks want to speak? And if you do, you just need your name and address.
I just want to say,
Name and address.
my name is Robert Coach, 23 Beaver Circle.
Thank you.
I'm the dog's grandfather. And they're all very small dogs and they're very quiet all the times. They're like me, they like
He's a
to nap.
homeowner. Yeah.
They're quiet like you. We'll put that in the record. Man,
My
anything?
name's Amy Bonza.
Yeah,
I'm at 23A Revere Circle.
yes,
And, I mean, we're wall to wall, the apartments and stuff, and it doesn't bother me a bit.
Right.
And stuff, and when she brings them outside, there's always somebody, Bob's out there or Jerry. And if they're busy or something, I'll sit out there with them and stuff, there's never a problem.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else online who wants to speak to this? Anybody here? I can't see that wants to speak to this. Okay, I'll close the public portion of the meeting. You have any correspondence, Mr. Clerk?
We
I
just,
don't think that,
we only have one. There was no one submitted any public comments from like the neighbors who would have been, notified. The only thing we have is from the Department of Planning and Development, and they have no comments or issues with the proposed project.
thank you. All right, do you have any questions of us?
No.
Do you have any questions of the applicant? I'm gonna close the public hearing. You should wait around because the last one is we're not taking a vote on, so we're gonna take a vote right now unless if the board wants a 5-minute break, no, just go. All right, we're gonna get right into it, so thank you. If you have any questions, we'll ask you, but otherwise we're going into
Yeah,
deliberation.
and you're welcome to stay in the room.
You're welcome to stay in the room and watch us, it's all.
Oh, that's okay. So can I leave or you'll let me know or?
You should.
I don't-
Stick
Just-
around.
just stick around.
We're gonna do this right now and get this going.
Unless you.
Oh, sure.
we're all-
Yes.
She can hang up. if she-
You can-
She's welcome to stay or leave at her discretion.
Okay. So could somebody make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the application of truths of Patno for property located at 23B Revere Circle Assessors Map R33 Lot 58, which is located in the rural residential RC zoning district for a special permit pursuant to sections 200-4.2, C13, 200-8.3, and 200-8.4 of the zoning ordinance in order to allow the keeping of the 5 dogs as pets at this location with the items that were listed.
Okay, so subject to the following conditions.
Subject to the following
All right.
conditions.
Condition 1, only 5 dogs shall be allowed. Only a maximum of 5 dogs shall be allowed. Excuse me, let me say it again. Only these 5 dogs shall be allowed.
Correct.
Above 3, only these 5 dogs shall be allowed. 2, when 1 dog expires, it shall not be replaced without a new special permit, i.e. as the numbers go down, you can't go back up without a special permit. Up, down to 3. Once you're at 3, you don't need our permission. It's a quirk. The special permit shall not run with the property, but shall run with the applicant. The house shall be the structure where the dogs are housed, or where the other dogs are housed, and the applicant shall maintain all of the dogs' licenses. Shall maintain in a current manner all of the dogs' licenses. That's the condition. Any others?
No, I mean, the fact that there's no correspondence from anyone in the area. Yeah, I drove by there today. I didn't hear a thing.
And it's not a kennel either, so
Yeah, it's not a kennel, it's just, it's 5 small pets.
it's 5 dogs, so unless somebody complains.
I have a question.
Sure, please.
Since 3 dogs are allowed in the zoning, can we in fact put a condition on here that that the first 3 dogs, whichever those first ones, can't be replaced? You know, is that clear?
I see what you're saying. So in other words, if they're the oldest dogs, but they're the 3 and these are the new ones and then they die, but they move up this, yeah, I don't care that much. Personally, I feel like
Just stick with the whole
it's
numbers.
the numbers. In other words,
Well, I understand that. I'm just.
it's a good question.
Yeah, it just seems like
But what would
you're
you say?
allowed 3. Can we limit that?
I mean, limit, but you suggest
which
we limit
3?
which
Yeah.
3? I don't have enough
Which
information.
I'm happy to do that.
I was gonna say, I don't think that that's right to say to tell which 3
Yeah.
she's allowed to have by right and which 2 she's not. I don't, that doesn't sit well with me to go down that type of path.
I'm in agreement. I feel like that the limit of 3 isn't about the size of the dogs, even though noise of the dogs. It's about 3 dogs is considered
Right.
the top. So to me, it just feels like this is about 5 dogs versus 3, as opposed to we choose these 3 dogs to be the 3 dogs and these are the extra. That just seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
But good question. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that, but I thought, okay, you know.
I can understand why I understand why you were thinking that way, but I'd rather keep it just the number and.
Yeah, and as would I.
This board loves the process. Okay. So Carrie, so since that has been.
Yep.
Motion taken and denied, let's all take a vote.
Okay.
So all in favor, say aye by name. So Eric?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Aye.
Peter, aye.
David, aye. So let the record show it's unanimous. So you have your special permit.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me explain how this works.
Uh,
There is a lead, there's the post decision side of it that you at least have to understand. So this decision will be typed up, signed by us, sent to the city's clerk's office. Once it hits the clerk's office, that should happen within a week at the most, probably sooner. Once it hits the clerk's office, anyone who has an interest in this and has a right to, or at least your butters, would have a right to appeal this to a court of law. But they'd have to file notice within 20 days of the filing of our decision. So you're not okay until those 20 days, and they're not business days only, they're every day.
Okay.
20 days, once that ends, nobody's appealed, you're good.
Okay.
But somebody could appeal, and I hate to say it, but somebody could hear about this and not come to this meeting and find out, go to a lawyer might appeal. So that's just something that is a possibility, but the permit isn't final until that appeal period is gone and no appeals can take.
Okay.
Right?
And will you send me something?
Eric will send you the
Yeah.
decision.
All right.
Well, the last one, normally if a permission like this runs with the property, so it's something permanently attached to the property, you'd be advised to record it in the registry of deeds, so it's attached to the title of the property. I would, last time I wasn't sure if you had to do that since it only went with the applicant, but I would recommend once you get it that you file the document in the registry of deeds.
Okay.
I don't know if you're instructed to do that, but I'm just saying as a piece of advice from the board.
Mhm.
But that'll be once the appeal period is run and you get a copy of it.
If it doesn't run with the deed, why would you do that too?
I don't know, Eric said to do it, so I don't want anybody to be prejudiced by my saying something different.
It's probably just
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And it'll say the limitations right on the face of it, so nobody could rely on it other than, but just for your own protection.
Okay.
It's a chore. Anyway. Okay, any other questions from you?
Nope.
Yeah. Thank you, folks.
Tonight.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
All right, we're almost there. May I hear a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting from September 12th, 2024?
So moved.
Any discussion? Any amendments, anything such thing? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show everyone was in agreement, unanimous decision. Anything else? Anybody wanna? Well, actually, we did talk about anything else because it's not on the agenda. So,
Is it?
I have a couple of questions.
if you have questions, let's go, let's adjourn. And then-
So-
Okay. It's not, is it questions
No, no.
about something that's in here, in, that we've talked, that's,
No,
we just decided?
no,
Okay. And we're,
So do we want to move to adjourn?
yes. So moved.
second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show was unanimous. Good night, everyone. Thanks for attending.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Take care.
Aye.